Hi everyone. This is going to be the second part of my video game collection video series. I'm also going to submit this video for a contest that Silent Citadel is currently hosting. You show her any collection that you have and you'll be entered into a drawing for a set of tarot cards that she made, and they're really awesome. So I will include a link to her channel. Also, I want to apologize for using the same exact setting every time in all my videos. Like, I know I always use this desk, but anyway. The first video game is The Legend of Zelda. And I'm lucky enough to have this one in the box. Originally, I had a Nintendo Entertainment System back in the 90s, but my sister broke it, and I don't know where any of the games went, so I had to rebuy it when I bought another Nintendo a couple years ago, and they had this game in the original box, and I'm a huge Zelda fan, so I had to buy it. This is the gold one too. I think that was the first pressing. The first pressing had a gold sheen to it, and they've continued that tradition with the Zelda games. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask had gold cartridges, and Skyward Sword had a gold box too. But yeah, this was the beginning of the Zelda series, and the first Zelda game that I ever played. I didn't play any other ones until Ocarina of Time, except for Link's Awakening, but I never played A Link to the Past or Link's Awakening. I mean, what's Zelda 2 called? The Adventure Link. I didn't play those until after I played the N64 versions. So going from this to Ocarina of Time is a pretty big jump. But I still find this game really challenging. I know I've beaten it, but I'm pretty sure that most of the times I did it with cheat codes. I think it came with a map, but I don't think my box has one. And there are some parts that are just completely insane to figure out. Like, you have to bomb a random wall to get to a dungeon. And I don't know how you're supposed to figure that out. I'm sure there's like some in-game clue, but I just knew it because my sister told me. Here we have The Adventure of Link, and it's really bad. I hate this game. I bought it a couple years ago, and I hadn't played it until then, because I always heard it was a pretty terrible game, and people were right. It's completely different from every other Zelda game. It's a side-scroller instead of over the I can't think of the word, top-down kind of game, or a 3D one. And I don't know, I found it really difficult to get far in this game because the reach of your sword is really small, so enemies have to get really close to you in order to hit them, and by the time they do, I usually die. I got to like the first dungeon type of thing. I gave up. I couldn't do it. I'm sure if you're good at these games, then it might be a bit more enjoyable, but for me, I couldn't get into it at all. So yeah, I never even got close to beating that one. Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. I'm pretty sure everyone's played Mario. It's it pretty much kick-started the platforming genre. Duck Hunt was an okay game. I didn't have it when I was little, but I knew a couple people who did, so I had played it. But I mean, it's fun for a little bit, but it's so repetitive. The first year of college, I brought my Nintendo to school, and we had a bit of a competition to see who would get the furthest in the game. And I can't remember what the score was. I want to say it was like 24 or something, around 24. But I came in second. It was my other roommate who got first. But he practiced a lot. Like, when everyone else was studying, he would like be in the common room playing Duck Hunt. It's kind of funny. But yeah. Super Mario Brothers 2. Now, I know this game isn't too popular because it's a clone of another Nintendo game. I can't remember the title. It was a Japan-only game, and it's pretty much exactly the same thing, except they changed the player sprites. But it's still a good game. It isn't really Mario in the truest sense, but it's fun. The ability to choose between the 4 different Mario characters was a pretty cool thing. You can be Mario, or Luigi, or Toad, or Princess. Princess Peach. I don't know if she's called Princess Peach in the game though. She might just be Princess, I don't remember. But this was, I actually probably preferred this game over the original Mario when I was little. And I remember the first time we got to the end, and you find out that it was all a dream, and that's just like the most anticlimactic ending ever. But it's a good game. I feel like if it wasn't a clone knockoff, it would probably receive a lot better reviews and ratings from people. And then we have the real sequel to the original Mario, Mario 3. This continues the pretty much what the original Mario started. I hadn't played this game when I was little. I was told that we had it, but I don't ever remember playing it, and I could never find it. So if we did have it, it's long lost. And I didn't play this until the Virtual Console came out, and so I was way behind. And it is a really good game, but because I hadn't played it when I was little, I think that I don't enjoy it as much as a lot of people who did play it back then like it as much. So, but it's a really good game. Introduced like the Raccoon Mario and the Frog Suit Mario. And I'm not really a huge gamer. I've said this a couple times. I usually play games for like an hour or 2 at most, and then I kind of have to stop because I don't have the attention span. And when I got this for the Virtual Console, my girlfriend at the time and I tried to beat the game in one night, and we didn't get close at all. I think we got to like the 3rd world, and it's so hard. We both kept dying, and we just gave up after a little bit, but it was a lot of fun. Eventually, one day, I will beat it. really like this game. It's ice hockey, and it's pretty basic. You have, I believe, 4 people on each team, and you can actually choose what players you want. You have 3 choices. You can have skinny guys, like me, a medium build, and then the big build. And they each have their own perks and drawbacks. Like the skinny guys skate really fast, but they don't have good shot. And the fat guys are slow, but they're powerful. This game is definitely a multiplayer game. It can get pretty heated. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a basic hockey game. I know that a lot of people prefer, I'm trying to think of the name of the game. I think it's Blaze of Glory. But I never played that one. But I do enjoy this game a lot. Dodgeball. Actually, I think it's Super Dodgeball. You know what? Yeah, Super Dodgeball. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have much of an opinion on this game. I played it once and it was okay, but I might have to give it another shot. Apparently it was owned by TD, and I guess he was some kind of robot, because you have a G87. I don't know. NES play action football. I don't think I've played this at all. Simply because I'm not a big football fan. But according to this, is a 4-player game, so that's kind of interesting. I'm assuming that it's 2 controllers, and you might have to switch off. I'm not sure if there's ever an extension for the NES to add more controllers, but I know that it only has 2 on the base console. So I'm kind of curious to how you could have 4 players playing. I was always kind of intrigued by the back of the cartridges. It says, do not store in extreme temperature. Do not immerse in water. Do not clean with benzene, thinner, alcohol, or other solvents. And anyone who has ever tried to clean their Nintendo knows that you usually have to use alcohol with the cotton swabs to clean out this, because it gets really dusty and dirty. I don't know if they just put that in there because they wanted to sell more of their cleaning kits, or if they actually thought it would damage it. But I don't know, I've never had any problems doing it. It's usually made them work a lot better, so this one's kind of fun. Hoops. Look at that. That is pretty retro. There's just like a bunch of tag graffiti in the background. Go. I think that's supposed to say dunk. I don't know. But they look really into the game. Sadly, the game is not good. good at all. I believe it's a street basketball game, so there's only one half of the court. But I wasn't too impressed. There's a basketball game that I like better, and that is Magic Johnson's Fast Break. This is probably my most played Nintendo game, simply because I find it really funny. There's like a really poorly generated image of Magic Johnson, or just of his face, and it will give you advice in between quarters, or if you score a 3-pointer. And yeah, it's always like one of the same 3 tips every time. He'll either be like, pass the ball more, or go for the 3, or like, don't let up on your defense, and that's like all he has to say. And whenever you get a 3, like his face will just pop up and be like, nice bomb, or like, great 3, like just a bunch of random like stuff, like, thanks Magic, your words of encouragement really help. The funniest part about the game is that it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's so easy to steal, and there's no I can't think of what it's called, but like when the other team has to get on the other side of the court. It's been so many years since I've played basketball, but they don't have any of those rules, so you can pretty much just like stand in front of the guy trying to get the ball in bounds and just steal the ball right away. And the accuracy on your 3-pointers is beyond ridiculous. Like, you can shoot it from half court and get it in like half of the time. So it's not really a good basketball simulator in that sense, but whenever I play with my friend, it gets really heated because the matches are usually pretty close, and I mean, it's not like it really takes any skill. It's pretty much just pressing the A button over and over, but I like that game a lot. Rad Racer. I am not a big fan of this game, simply because it's well, it's a racing game, obviously, but I've never been good at racing games, so I don't get past the first lap because I always run out of time, and I don't know, I mean, that's pretty much it. Tecmo Super Bowl. I'm told this is a really good football game and one of the best on the NES, but I haven't played it. Yeah. I will eventually, but like, I don't know anyone that likes football, and I'm not a big football fan, so. This one is a pretty cool game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. It's a 2-player game, and if I remember correctly, it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up game. But sadly my copy just doesn't work. I had it running before, but every time I try to play it now, I get the blinking screen. So it's been quite a while since I've played it, but I do remember it's a really fun game. Operation Wolf, and this is the other NES game that I have the box art for. And I don't really like this game at all, but I saw the complete set even has the instructions too, for like $5. So I figured, why not? And it's one of the Zapper gun games. I never was a big fan of the Zap gun, so that's probably why I don't like this game. Those are the people. You have the motorcycle soldier, the general. That's weird. Is that some kind of hostage, or I don't know. Helicopter, armored car, another helicopter, gunboat, a pig, which apparently gives you extra bullet magazines, dynamite, magazine, vulture. Again, vultures give you extra bullets. We got some more soldiers. Anyway, it's a pretty bland game. I heard the other versions of the game were better, but I thought the NES one was pretty subpar. But that's the only one I've played personally. Dr. Mario. This is a pretty cool game. It's a bit like Tetris, but not really. I shouldn't say that because it's not really like Tetris. But it's one of those falling games, and each pill has 2 different colors on it, and you have to line up, I think, 4 colors in a row in order to eliminate it. And so it's the same kind of block puzzle game. But I actually prefer this over Tetris. I used to know a girl back in college that absolutely loved that game, so she'd make me play it all the time with her, and I'd always get my ass kicked. Solomon's Key. This is a pretty interesting puzzle game. Not very good at puzzle games, so I wasn't very good at this one. But pretty much you have to find the key in each level, and I can't remember much more than that. I think you have to push blocks around. But I got past the first couple until it started getting difficult, and then I gave up. Okay, this game is bad. It's the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, and it's nothing like the second one, the arcade version. In this, you can choose between the 4 different turtles, I think. But yeah, it's just not that fun, and it's really hard. Like, ridiculously hard. I didn't get past the second level, which I think is a sewer. Maybe that's the third level, I don't know, I can't remember. But at any rate, it's really difficult, and it's notorious for being difficult. And I guess there's one level where you're swimming, and like you have to be so precise with the controller, or otherwise you'll die. But I never got that far. I'm running out of time, so I'll hurry up a little bit. Tetris. I don't really need to explain this game. I'm pretty sure everyone has played it. It's the same as all the other versions. The thing about Tetris is if I play for too long, I start seeing the shapes after I'm done playing. Like, I'll just be walking around and like seeing Tetris shapes. This trick shooting. It's another light gun game, and it's pretty much just a couple mini games, and none of them are very good. Baseball Simulator 1000. Never played it. I have a lot of sport games that I've never played, and I just buy them because I want to add them to my collection. But I heard this is a pretty good baseball game. I'll get around to playing it eventually, maybe sometime this summer. NES Open. This is a pretty good golf game. It's better than the original golf game. As far as I know, it's probably the best golf game on Nintendo. What else is there to say about golf? I don't know. I think he plays Mario, so that's kind of cool. And the last game I'm going to show today is Winter Games. And I saw this on Angry Video Game Nerd, which is why I bought it. And it's pretty bad. But yeah, I bought it simply because I saw it on that show. So that's it for today. I have enough games for one more video in my Nintendo collection, and then I'll move on to Super Nintendo. So thank you for watching. Have a great night.